on digital radio, on the app, on your smart speaker, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.tv, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Expect the unexpected.
The update presented by the Sportscast.
Welcome to the Sportscast, December 20th, 2024. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, X, Facebook, and Apple Podcasts. You can also listen to us on your smart speaker. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. You can also get our app, The Sportscast for iOS. Also go to our website, thesportscast.net. And, of course, follow us on X at the Sportscast1 and Instagram, the Sportscast1. The Chargers came back after being down 21-10. The Broncos, Bo Nix are looking good. Came back and won it. And the AFC West is interesting. And we joined us. It's been probably a month. Ray Sherrod, where have you been?
Man, been watching a lot of football, playing fantasy football with my friends, playing video games, taking care of my son. Yeah, man, it's been great. Been missing the Sportcast, but it is good to be back on here. Good to be
There's a
back
lot to
on
talk
here.
about because the 49ers
There
are not
is.
the Raiders. But well, first let's talk about the Broncos and Chargers because you're very familiar with these two teams. Last night,
But
Herbert.
know, I told my good friend Vet, I picked the Chargers. He picked the Broncos. Bo Nix, great guy, great quarterback, having a good rookie season. But I just thought that Herbert was going to pull it out towards the end, and they were dominating the Broncos, but Herbert. Also, you got to give it up to the running game, Javonte, Epstein, him. I mean, they came through. But sorry, Gus got 2 touchdowns, and when Gus got those 2 touchdowns, I was like, uh-oh. And then McClunky, I think he got like 80-something yards. He did a good job. They did what they were supposed to do. They played great.
They played their hearts out. And did you ever knew about the fair catch kick before last night?
No.
I had no idea. And
No
I
idea.
guess it's the first kid that scored a fair catch kick since 2006 or 1976 or 4 before you were alive, I think.
I know. Yeah. Didn't know about it. Yeah.
Well, now we know because the kicker was pretty exciting. He actually was interviewed by SportsCenter afterwards, so he definitely had his moment to shine. Justin Herbert, he passed for 284 yards. As Ray said, he's a clutch maker. Scored 2 touchdowns, including a go-ahead 19-yarder for Darius Davis early in the fourth quarter, and the Chargers rallied back. This, with the Broncos loss, Ray, this opens up playoff implications. It leaves Miami and Cincinnati in the playoff hopes. What are your thoughts over that?
Hey, you gotta win to get in, and sometimes you gotta other teams that make mistakes. It benefits other teams. This is the spoilers. Teams are gonna play spoilers, and I'm sorry, Chargers kind of spoiled it for the Broncos because they open up avenues for other teams and stuff. So. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know who's going to do what. I can't wait.
Make the playoffs.
It's crazy. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll talk about it towards the end of the show. I'll give you my picks. I'm still thinking. I really don't. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Something that the whole world is still thinking about is what's going on with San Francisco 49ers. They were the destined team. They were going to win a Super Bowl this year.
Okay. I can tell you number one.
Ray, what's going on in San Francisco? Because you're there.
Injuries. Hello, guys. You can't win if you don't have your best running back, the best offensive player last year, Christian McCaffrey. Dynasty is not over. It's just a bad year. It's a bad year. It's a bad year. We didn't win. Look, 49ers dynasty. What dynasty?
We haven't won a Super
Dynasty.
Bowl
The
since
dynasty.
1994.
The dynasty was with Jerry and Montana. What are you talking about? Be quiet.
You know, Brock Purdy makes less
money. You need to worry
money.
about your Commanders dynasty. What's that?
Is it they were showing a stat line with the Purdy's like Brock Purdy, the quarterback for the Niners, how much he made. And I think the old line for San Francisco makes, I mean, like all combined, makes way more than he does. Anyways, so that's a contract situation to work at.
So let me tell you what's going to happen. Even though he does not play good in the rain, yes, Brock Purdy, he doesn't play good in the rain. He's still gonna get his money, folks. And guess what? We still gonna get Christian McCaffrey because it was a knee injury. It wasn't a blown Achilles or nothing like that. He'll be back. We'll still have Brandon Ayuk. We still have our players. Injuries happen. It's part of sports, folks. And you gotta, I mean, if you don't have your elite players, it's the next man up. And you got young men still trying to learn the game. College is not like football. NFL is fast. And but you know, it's over with. We're not going I'm keeping it real, and I keep it real. We're not gonna get to the playoffs, but we better be sure.
But they still have a chance to make the playoffs. The window's not completely closed.
It's close. It's close. We got like what, a 1%, 2% chance. Yeah,
I think it's 20 something or 13%.
I don't even think we ain't getting in, dude. We're not getting in. And even if we did, Garindo is not even going to be playing in the Miami game. They're going to have to go with the Patrick.
Patrick Taylor.
Yes, they're going to have to go with Patrick Taylor. So, you know, it is what it is.
He's played 11 games, averaging 4.4 yards. He played for Green Bay.
He scored a touchdown. His first.
Yeah, he has touchdown experience.
He scored a touchdown.
He's from Humble, Texas, by the way.
Well, you know what? That's why I'm a humble person, and I'm just being real. This wasn't our year, guys. It wasn't our year, and that's the one thing about it is injuries, and we didn't have our best player. So.
But Ray, things will complicate you guys for next year because Brock Purdy's up for a contract renewal. Mm-hmm. They're going to pay him about $55 million. I believe that's what the whole situation there. What do you think is going to happen? Is this going to break up things in San Francisco, or hey, Brock Purdy will be enough?
You got to blow it up. You got to blow it up. You got to blow it up. I'm sorry, but you got to. He's our guy. Brock's our guy. You gotta, and you either work out stuff with players or you move on. That's what it is. You just can't keep the same players, and you just can't keep doing the same cycle. But as you notice, we've had younger guys that have come in and actually did good. You have to develop these young guys. And as far as the veterans, you know, I mean, Debo hasn't been playing like Debo, and they've already paid Brandon Ayuk, so you know we got Brandon Ayuk. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. Another player makes this complicated for Niners. Devontae Campbell suspended for 3 games for refusing to play last week.
Get him out of here.
Ray, what's going on there?
First of all, let me say this. Football is a privilege. It's a privilege. There's young men across the country, young men across the world that would love to play the game of football in the NFL. And when you go up to your coach and you say, you know what, coach, I quit. You know what? You ain't even good enough for the CFL. You should play flag football. They got a flag football league. And Campbell, that's where you should be playing flag football because you quit on the team. You did an Antonio. You just didn't take your shirt off and run out the field like a fool. It's to make the money and to do what you do in the NFL. It is privilege. And when you quit on the team, you know, just sit on the bench, soak it up. That's part of losing. Okay, that's NFL. You lose, you win. You lose, you win. But you don't quit on your team. So that's what I had to say. And Campbell, I'm glad they suspended him for 3 games. And I hope Get out of here. Go play for the Commanders or somebody, or go play for the Raiders. But get him out.
You just said
Get
the
him out.
Commanders.
Go play for the Commanders. Exactly.
Yeah, so he walked out against the Rams for Thursday Night Football, which was a critical game. I lost my my league there.
Yeah.
There was a news story that John Lynch, your general manager, 49ers general manager, that he regrets giving him that big contract mistake. So no, actually, Kyle Shanahan said that, not John Lynch,
Yeah.
but he might agree with Kyle Shanahan.
We don't need prima donnas. We don't need I played soccer when I was young, and I lost and I won. But you know what? I never quit. You don't quit. I ran track. We came in third place, state. But you know what? You don't
quit the locker room.
You don't quit the locker room. You
think his teammates are upset with him?
I probably won't say all of them, but come on, there's got to be some people that are, and you know what? You get rid of the cancer. That's like a cancer. You don't need that. Brock played horrible. He played horrible. It was raining in North Carolina. It was raining in the stadium. The fields was wet. That was a game that we had to win. People I get it. You want to move on. But you don't quit on your team, especially the amount of money, the pay that you're making. Guys would cut their leg and arm to make what you make and to do what you do. And for you to quit on your team, get out. Get out. We don't need you. Get out. Go play somewhere. Go. Go.
Well, I'm glad we got some clarity from Ray, because it's been a couple of weeks and I've been trying to get to the show happening. I was busy myself, but we got the answers. But now we're going to preview. There you
go. I'm heartbroken, but you know what? I'm 49er faithful forever. This
forever. It'll always be next year.
It'll always be next year. All right.
What happens? Rendo, Brock Purdy. We'll find out next couple of months. Let's go preview NFL Week 16. Ray, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go for it.
The Saturday games are here. Texans at Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes has a bad ankle, Ray, if you have not known about that. But they also rank 18th in completion percentage under pressure among starters. Texans are very good with pressure. They're third in the league. Who do you have in this Texans at Chiefs on the Saturday? I would have rested Mahomes, by the way. But what are your thoughts?
I would have rested Mahomes, but I've seen this man win a Super Bowl on one leg, folks. And Santiago has made me a believer in Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. I'm going for the Chiefs.
It's the other team. All right, Steelers at Ravens. This is complication here. In the 2-game absence, George Pickens could be out again. Will that affect the Steelers? The Ravens can tie the Steelers atop the AFC North with the win, but they will need quarterback Lamar Jackson to break out of his slump against them. What's going to happen in Baltimore?
I think the Steelers are going to hold back King Henry, but you know what? Lamar Jackson, boy, he's going to throw it up to the top. He might do another 5 TDs, man.
Let's go to the toilet bowl. Big news this week. The Falcons have benched Kirk Cousins, the most expensive quarterback in the league. He's made $90 million so far. Rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. is starting, 8th pick in the 2024 draft, earlier than expected. Ray, I know you have some thoughts on this.
I'm sorry, man, but I got the Giants to win because the kid doesn't have that much experience. College, he had a good arm, but he also had a lot of injuries. He hasn't really done that much this season, and I still would have stuck with Kurt. I would have stayed with Kirk Cousins, but I get it. Hey, sometimes you got to send a message to the locker room. You got to step up and stop making mistakes. But this is not the right time because the Falcons still have a chance to get in, folks. I wouldn't have made this move.
Beatable game, beatable team to win against. You think Kirk Cousins will stay in Atlanta next season?
No. Nope.
Let's go.
Nope.
All right, let's go. Oh, crap. Okay, let's go Lions at Bears. Lions, injury prone as well. Montgomery is looking for a fourth doctor to give him the stay, not get the surgery. And the Bears have been looking okay since their new coach. Who do you have in Chicago?
No, dude, come on. Lions still got Porta. Lions still got Williams. The Lions still got another running back. He's not as powerful as Montgomery, but guess what? He can get in the red zone. You know,
Is his name Jamar Gibbs?
Yes, Gibbs can do some things, man. They still got a team, folks. And they got Brown. St. Brown. I got the Lions, dude. Lions.
You got the Lions. In Chicago, can the Lions win outdoors?
Yes.
They will this weekend.
This is the Lions' year. Lions' year.
Okay, Bengals have playoff hopes. The Browns are turning to DTR after Winston has had a lot of turnover. The 40 turnover season like he had with the Bucs. Bengals defensive end Myles Garrett has sacked quarterback Joe Burrow 9 times. Will he do it again this game?
Bengals are going to win this, dude. Bengals are going to win this. I see Joe Burrow. I see Higgins. I see Chase. I see Brown, their running back. And speaking of the Browns, this quarterback, I mean, he's just inconsistent. He's not that great. And I don't even know why they would even – I get it with the other guy, Jameson. But, I mean, they're 3-11, dude. They're just playing for they ain't going nowhere. Bengals are going to win this.
The Bengals are going to win it. By the way, the Browns are building a dome stadium, if you did not know that. I know the total ball. I'm not sure if the Colts are limited. I've been hearing they are limited, but then they have playoff hopes. But Calvin Ridley needs 221 receiving yards to reach the 1,000-yard mark, Mr. Ray. And Mason Rudolph will be the quarterback this time, not Will Levis, which is good news for Ridley. And the Colts are entering this week ranked 28th in yards allowed per game. What's going to happen at Indianapolis?
Titans are not that great, folks. But I think Ridley might have a chance of getting over 1,000. But I'm going with the Colts. They still got Jonathan Taylor. They still have some awesome people on their team.
Anthony Richardson, who also walked
Anthony Richardson. Yeah.
What's up with these divas, man? There's too many of them.
Exactly. But I got the Colts.
All right. Let's go to this. The Rams at Jets. This is the 18th time starting quarterback Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers will face each other. Rodgers needs 2 touchdown passes to become only the 5th player in NFL history to hit the 500 mark. The Rams are looking to become the first team in NFL history to make the playoffs in the back-to-back seasons. Ray loves the Rams. Who do you have in yours?
I'm going with the Rams, dude. I mean, come on, dude. You got Kupp, Puka. You got Kyrene Williams. I just think the Rams got a little bit more. But, hey, they do got Devontae Adams. He's starting to wake up. He's starting to connect with Aaron Rodgers. But they're not playing for nothing, man. They ain't playing for nothing. They're just playing spoiler.
Pride.
Yeah, and I think the Rams, they're going to win.
You think the Rams are the real deal? Because we're seeing them with a good streak right now. But what do you think? Because I know that you know them really well.
They are champions. They're champions.
They got championship DNA in them still.
Exactly. Don't give up on the champ. They've been there.
There you go. Not the stadium, is their DNA. All right. Eagles at the Commanders. This is actually the game of the weekend, actually. The Eagles' past game awoke against Steelers after several quiet games with quiet quarterback Jalen Hurts throwing for 290 yards and a pair of scores. He was throwing to receivers now, finally. And the Commanders, they're having a bumpy road. They beat the Saints by a point. What's going to happen in Washington, which they might move the stadium to DC?
All right, I'm going to tell you something. That 9-5, the Commanders, their wins have been against horrible teams. Don't believe the hype. The Commanders are like the Raiders, fakers. They're fakers. I'm sorry. Eagles, Devontae Freeman, A.J. Brown, Shaquan Barkley. That's all I got to say. Eagles fly, all over the Commanders. And Vet, you know it.
We'll see what their playoff picture towards the end of the show. Cardinals are facing playoff implications with this game. They got to beat the Panthers, which is not that hard to do. What's going to happen there? You know Arizona.
Man. I don't know, man. Like,
you can't be saying that.
You know what? I'm gonna surprise people. I think the Panthers, because they got I'm going to give it up to the Panthers. Coker, one of their receivers is back. He got 100 and something yards last week. Bryce Young, he's got a chip on his shoulder still. They're not playing for anything, but somebody got to be spoilers, folks. You forget in football, there's spoilers. And I think the Panthers are going to spoil it for the Cardinals. There you go.
And Bryce Young has been playing good football this past month. You think he'll stay in Carolina, right?
Yeah, he got to. You got to stick. There's growing pains. You know, what are you going to do? Get another young quarterback, to throw out? You need to believe. Look at Justin Fields. Chicago gets rid of him. He goes over to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He plays great. Yes, he loses his job to Williams, but right now, Justin Fields could go and be a starter on a team. Have faith.
Two teams that are dealing with injuries. The Vikings have struggled to win in Seattle, a trend that includes generations of players, not just this team. The Seahawks are also doing a lot of injuries. Geno Smith has the 9th best QBR. Seattle are 3-5 at home. Can you believe it? A loss will mark their most home losses in the season since 2008. Hot Minnesota 12-2 at Seahawks 8-6. Might win the division.
They're about to get another one. You know what, man? Sam Darnold, you just don't know what you're going to get with Sam Darnold, man. It's like he does great, then he goes, blah. I think he's doing great. I see I see Addison. I see Jefferson. I see Hawkinson. I think they're going to go off. I think the Vikings are going to go off against the Seahawks.
You would say that. We'll see what happens there. Bills can clinch this game. No, actually, they clinch the playoffs, but if they're 11-3. It's going to be tough to win the AFC. But the past 2 times the Patriots and Bills have played in Buffalo, the opening kickoff has been returned to a touchdown, which has never happened between the same teams in the same venue and back-to-back. The Bills offense has a chance to become the first team to score 30-plus points in the 9 straight games. This is a good Bills team. Drake May, quarterback of the Patriots, has a passing touchdown in 6 consecutive games entering Sunday. What's going to happen? The Bills are in the fight with the Chiefs for the number 1 seed. What are the chances for this game?
I got the Bills winning. Matter of fact, I got the Bills. They're gonna be up by so many points that Josh Allen's gonna be sitting on the bench, and the Patriots are gonna be playing catch up. And Mays, he's gonna look good. He's gonna be throwing the ball a lot because they're gonna be playing from behind.
Raiders are playing to lose this game because they want to get Shedeur Sanders. The Jaguars are playing okay with Mac Jones. What's going to happen in Las Vegas?
I got the oh man, this is horrible. I'm gonna go with the Raiders, man. I'm going with the Raiders. Why do you
think Coach Prime wants his son going to the Raiders?
Because it's Las Vegas. It's Las Vegas. It's an awesome stadium. Silver and black, man. Watching his son in a silver and black, beautiful stadium. And I think his son, if he goes to the Raiders, dude, he's going to turn that team around, dude. He's going to turn it. He's going to be a brand. He's going to be endorsed. The city of Vegas. It's going to happen.
You think Dion might be coach there?
Yeah. I don't think Antonio. Look, I'm sorry, Antonio Pierce.
I love you. I love your energy, but
yeah.
Anyways, there you go. Big game of the week. Playoff implications. If the Niners lose, they're out. If the Dolphins lose, they're out. This is almost a playoff game, kind of ish. What's going to happen here? Tyreek Hill, Isaac Durendo is doubtful. What's your prediction, Mr. Ray?
Dude, we're limping into Miami, folks. We're limping in. We're 1 back, 2 back, 3 back, 4. I mean, we what are we on our 6th running back? I mean, this is crazy.
Patrick Taylor's the man. He's the one.
Yeah, guys, we Miami. They got Waddle. They've got Hill. They got Devon. They got Morse. They've got Smith, their tight end. They got Tua. Yes, Jonnu Smith. They've got their roster. Come on now. And I got to keep it real. And I love my Niners, but I got to be honest and I got to keep it real. We're going in, man. It's like going into a battle zone and you got 50,000 men on one side, and you only got 300 on the other side. It ain't good. It's not good.
Well, Niners have to rely on Brock Purdy, so we'll see what happens. Sunday Night Football. Buccaneers are, I think they're at one game ahead of Atlanta. But if the Cowboys lose, it will be their 7th loss at the season at AT&T Stadium, their most since 2015. And the Buccaneers are considering that their offense is 40-17 victory. They beat the Chargers last week, 40-17. Wait, they did? Oh wow! The Bucs' run game has dramatically improved from the last, but they are about a game ahead of Atlanta, so this is a must-win. And the Cowboys don't want to have a losing streak in Cowboy Stadium.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, they're getting that lose. They're gonna lose. Will the 49er Whiners make the playoffs? No, they won't run. No, they won't run. I got the Bucs, man. This has been an awesome year for Baker Mayfield. He's got Evans back. They've got some really good running backs. They got a great tight end in Cotton or whatever. I mean, I got the Buccaneers. Cowboys, I don't know. They're horrible.
They're horrible. Well, let's look at the playoff picture for the NFL. Who's in the bubble? Who is not in the bubble? Right now, who has made the playoffs right now? The Chiefs, the Bills, the Steelers, and Texans for the AFC. NFC, only 3 teams, right? Lions, Eagles, and Minnesota. Who is in actually in the hunt, not in the bubble.
Right.
Let's start with the NFC. We got the Buccaneers, Rams, Packers, Commanders. In the AFC, Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos. And let's go look in the bubble because these guys will have a chance as well. And actually, no, these are eliminated. Let's go on the bubble. The Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals. Colts are still in that bubble, according to NFL.com. And then in the bubble, Seahawks, Falcons, Cardinals, Niners, Cowboys, and Saints. So what are your thoughts over these teams?
Well, you forget about the Saints. You can forget about the Cowboys. You can forget about the Niners. You can forget about the Cardinals. You can forget about the the Falcons. I got Bengals, Dolphins, and Colts. I got the right team on that bubble is on the bubble.
And the NFC, you think only the Seahawks have a chance?
I'm only giving the Seahawks. Yes.
Wow, interesting. What do you see different with the Seahawks? This year, new coach. Geno Smith is still continuing his streak from last year and 2 seasons ago. But what do you think about this team this year?
Geno's been stepping it up. He's clutch. And Geno has a knee injury, folks. He did hurt his knee, but guess what? He's still going to play.
Ron the Slusher says, will the 49ers Whiners make the playoffs? Asking for a friend.
No, they're not going to make the playoffs, man. No, they're not. Mathematically, they're in, but no.
Vet says Commanders will be there after we move back to DC. I don't know what that means.
So right now in Washington DC, you have politicians trying to get the Commanders not only get them back playing at RFK, but also getting the Redskins name as well and going back, just turning it back. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. It is very political there, but they're going to go back to the RFK grounds and they're going to rebuild the stadium, new stadium, now with the new ownership, Josh Harris and Magic Johnson. So they're looking pretty positive with the new quarterback. It's been working out for Washington.
They look good. They look good, but just honestly, and I'm just being real. If you look at everybody, I mean, you play whoever is in your schedule, but they really haven't played any. Their wins have been against horrible teams, and their losses have been against elite teams. So they're gonna have to learn how to overcome that. Raider Nation, just lose, baby. Tell me about it. That's why
they want that number 1 draft pick.
That's why they want primetime Sun. And
but that'd be a tough division to get into, Ray, because you're going to deal with Mahomes, Herbert, and now Bo Nix.
Nothing lasts forever, man. Nothing lasts forever. And injuries, like I said, Patrick Mahomes is how those ankles and knees can only hold up for so long. You cannot beat father time. This kid's coming in young. Bo Nix is great. Denver's got some. They're gonna do some great things.
They gotta go pick up with the guy.
You get the right special players around these young quarterbacks. You can do some amazing things. And then just Sanders, you got to prove something too, kid. You just because you come to the Raiders, I met what was his name that came to the Raiders. He was the biggest bust ever. Who was the biggest bust?
Was he a QB?
Yeah, he was a quarterback. But he was a huge bust. So even though you get picked,
not Derek Carr, right?
No, it wasn't. No. But no, Derek Carr was decent. He was decent. He just got hurt, injuries,
right?
And he's still hurt. He hurt now.
Yeah, I know. He still has a bad shoulder, and
right.
We'll see what happens. With like the whole Tom Brady minority owner. I'm not sure that's why Primetime wants his son to go there, but Tom just only owns 15% of the team.
Don't forget Tom Brady's there too, man. One of the best people that you can have in the organization and mentorship. Tom Brady, the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
What's up with last night? The Warriors, I think, first time Curry has no field goal shots yesterday against the Grizzlies.
He had an off night. Like I said, dude, father time, folks.
What?
Look out. Father time.
From the Brooklyn Nets. You got Schroeder.
Yes.
He won the FIBA World Cup for Germany a couple of years ago. He's a good player.
He's an awesome player, and we love Curry. My son's rocking some shoes that Curry gave to him. My son has a laptop because Curry gave it to him, and
no
the
way.
kids in the camp. He that's a wonderful thing when you see a player that can donate to his community. So yeah.
There you have it. Well, this is our last show before Christmas. Ray, do you do anything special for Christmas? Do you have any type of traditions or anything you eat or anything you do before or like whatever?
I sit on the couch and I watch football with my father-in-law, folks. We got a Christmas game. We got the Kansas City game and
on Netflix. You have Netflix, right?
Yes, I do. And I'll be watching it, eating. My wife, oh my God, we got a spiral ham. We're gonna do some roast. I can't wait, man. I'm a big guy. I love eating and watching football. So that's what I
couldn't tell. Boxing tomorrow, Usyk versus Fury. Who we have in Saudi Arabia?
I'm going with the Gypsy King. I'm going with Fury.
Everyone's picking Usyk except you, so that's good. I'm going to go with Fury now that you say it. All right, well, Ray, what is the best way to reach you online to talk to you about 49ers off-season decisions?
Guys, I'm Ray Sherrod, but also known as Ray3473, the gaming cyborg. I do game streams. I hang out in Cyborg City, my Discord. And yeah, man. And shout out to Ron. He's
Ron the Slush.
He ain't Bay Area though. Sacramento is not Bay Area.
That's not Bay Area. I don't care if the
that's the armpit. That's the armpit of the Bay Area. That's our little brother. But
I'd rather move my team to Las Vegas than Sacramento.
Okay. But yeah, man, just catch me on my socials, Ray3473, Threads, X.com, on YouTube, the Gaming Cyborg. And thank you, Sportscast. Thank you, Santiago, for having me, brother. And happy holidays to your family. Merry Christmas to all, and be safe.
Yes, and you can reach us at the Sportscast1 or the sportscast.net. We'll be live tweeting throughout the weekend. And as Ray says, Merry Christmas to all. Watch some football. You cannot get bored on Christmas Day. I guess Ray's going to watch football then the NBA, which has been overshadowed, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyways, this was your update. Merry Christmas.